When you receive your kit, you're going to see all of these pieces. 6 of these long ones, 2 of these with the blue, 1 of these with the green, a short strap, and some paracord. On the long straps, find the side that has the utility connection point close to the end. Take that, girth hitch it through the D-ring. And do that on all the outer D-rings of the double ledge. You can see I've girth hitched all the long straps the way they're supposed to be. Now I'm going to take the utility cord and girth hitch it to the center point. Just like that. Then this goes through the short piece of webbing, and you girth hitch the other end to the other center D-ring. The girth hitches there make it easily adjustable when it's in use. Find the buckle set with the green and 3 buckle sets. Take the short piece of webbing that's connected to the paracord and run that through the buckles. Like so. Then the next 2 on that piece connect to the 2 outer ends of the center. So this one and this one. So go ahead and connect those. Then find the buckle set with 2 buckles and the blue and connect that to the 2 straps on one of the sides. Do the same thing on the other end. So now you should have everything connected. Blue on one side, green in the middle, and blue on the other side. So those 3 get connected to one single carabiner. The advantage is if you have multiple bolts, you could connect each of these to a 3-bolt anchor, for example, and develop more stability for your ledge. Or if you're going into a single master point, then you just connect them all to the same beater. A couple extra things to mention here. Make sure you pump up the ledge to be really, really highly pressurized. That's important to get it to function the proper way. Also, the white top and bottom of the ledge is not reinforced like the green side is. So just be a little bit careful not to get punctures there, because that's a single layer in between the exterior and the interior pressurized zone. So adjusting the straps is pretty easy. They just pull until they get tight. To create the ledge angle that you want. If you need to loosen them, it's not as easy to do without unweighting the ledge, but there is a mechanism to do it. You can stick your thumb through the loosen strap and grab something higher than where that buckle is and grab and pull with your thumb, and you should be able to just break the tension enough to be able to loosen it. Takes a couple of tries to figure it out, but it is possible. The girth hitch down here with the paracord can easily be adjusted to achieve the triangle shape that you want. If you bought a fly for the double ledge, it'll look something like this. The carabiner that connects the straps should do so from underneath this top shroud. There's a waterproof material. This one's kind of ripped, but the carabiner is designed to go through like that, and this connection point keeps the water out. If you develop a tear in it like this old one has, you can pretty easily fix it. You can use some silicone caulk, or contact me and send it back and I'll fix it for you. So you can see the carabiners here from the inside then. You connect your ledge and now you've got your top cap, just like that. Fly has this bungee cord, and you will likely have received it with a little plastic ratchet strap around, and that's just to show you that this all goes together, and you can clip this right onto that carabiner as well. The bungee cord makes it so that if you're pulling on the fly, it gives some give, so that you're less likely to rip the material if you are putting too much weight against it. Yeah. So the fly has three parts. There's the white. The white part is the front top, kind of a cone shape. The blue is the front bottom. And then the blue and black is the backside. And the black is designed to go against the rock. So your ledge should be on the interior side of this black fabric. These three pieces are designed so that they can completely zip off. So if something happens to one of them, you can buy just one of the pieces. So you would contact Freebird and have them make you one. But the idea is that it's modular. So even if you wanted to have one of them modified or something, you don't have to buy a completely new rainfly. On the inside, there's a tent pole sleeve. So the tent pole would get inserted into the sleeve there. And just be careful, don't push it too hard. You know, it's the material here is a balance between weight and durability. So you can't have extremely durable and extremely light material at the same time. So what we have here is what I think is a happy medium, and from the testing I've done, it's a happy medium between the two. So you do want to be a little bit careful with your gear. If you push the tent pole in too hard and you feel resistance, you're going to want to stop, because it might be starting to poke some of the material and you could potentially poke it through or rip it. So don't force anything is the point. There's a nice big pocket on the back, so that's just for all your gear. And honestly, the pocket is one of the nicest things about the Rainflies. I will use the Rainfly even if it's not raining, just to have this pocket. It's quite a luxury, and when I'm big walling, I'm all about the luxuries. I think it's makes the whole effort much more worth it. The side has these zipper guard, so that's for the rain, keeps the rain off the zipper. On the bottom you have all these tie downs, so if you're using this as a tent on the ground, you can use these as tie downs with stakes. Okay, and then on the inside there's these handy little buckle things. So these actually come off, they unbuckle, and there's 3 of these, and they're right on the inside of the front cone. And you tie these down, and the 2 on the ends, you tie it in an X pattern to create stability. If it's really windy, that'll hold your fly in shape. You don't have to use them, but if it's windy, you're going to want to. And then yeah, these have a self-cinching mechanism, so they're adjustable and they lock on themselves, kind of like how a clove hitch works. Kind of like a belay device almost. So yeah, your tent poles will seat into these grommets here on both sides. Again, just be aware if you're having to force anything, then you might want to take a second and see where the snag might be. But so you shouldn't have to force anything too extremely hard. If you do, you could rip something, so just be careful. And all of these are warnings for the extreme cases. I don't want anyone to have those troubles, but the gear is very durable. I'm just trying to provide a public service announcement to be careful with your gear. All right, so if you're gonna unzip one of the sides all the way, they are separating. So now you have one side fully separated. And this isn't necessarily how I would set it up on the wall, but I think in the end everyone's going to figure out their own methods for doing this. So to get the zipper back in place, just make sure the 2 zippers are all the way at the end. Yep. And then push the one end in, and then boom, zips. So now it's set up. The flies going around the strap, and you can add the tent pole. And you will have been provided some seam seal, because unfortunately we didn't seam seal them for you. That would have significantly increased the time and cost. So seam sealing is going to be your job, but we do provide some seam seal for you to use. The fabric is a polyurethane coated fabric, all the different pieces are. So anything that's compatible with polyurethane will work. I'll show you how to put the tent poles in now. You can do this while you're on the inside of the tent, so if it's raining while you're doing this, you can stay somewhat dry still. Though if that's the case, you've probably already been rained on and it's not a concern anymore. I'm just gently pushing it in. There we go. So now on this side, you gotta just push it into the grommet there. So you can see, goes into the grommet here, like that. That's all set up now. These sewn corners are designed to fit onto the corner, obviously. One of the real awesome things about this is how you can zip the front down. And while you're in the Multiledge, you can get all kinds of airflow and open it up in all kinds of different ways. So that's why it was designed that way, to have this front zipper that can come all the way off. Makes it great for using as shade, not just a rain fly, but a sunshade as well. And then these side flaps are for rain. They're rain shields, even if you want to have this unzipped, so you can have ventilation and still have protection from the rain. Still get some airflow in there, because it is miserable to be inside a humid rain fly when it's hot out and there's two people respirating, creating gas, doing other things. It's pretty miserable. So airflow is key. So that's pretty much it for the tutorial. If you want to see more videos of this being used in action on the wall, stay tuned for the how not to videos that'll be coming out about this. But this video is mainly just as a what to do once you've received the gear and getting it set up for the first time. So thanks.